Hello, and welcome to Three Things. Tonight's guest needs no introduction, but I'll attempt one anyway. He's the three-time 108 Twitter Tourney Grand Champion. He cannot be stopped. You can hear him on Sirius XM Pandora every weekday with Carl, Chief, and my second favorite, Eddie, on Barstool Radio or weekly on Redline Radio with those same dudes. Everyone hates him until they meet him, and then they usually love him or really, really hate him. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and he might be as high as me. Please welcome White Sox Dave.
Dave.
What's up, David?
I'm just hanging out. What are you guys doing?
Just chilling, huh?
Wait, what does Seth Rogen say in Knocked Up when he's like actually read the baby books and his friends call to like want to go get fucked up somewhere, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just sitting drinking some beer, smoking some weed, rocking." And just lying to their faces, he's actually like reading the baby books. That's kind of what I'm not doing anything tonight. I'm sitting here staring at a TV, but I'll try to act cool by saying I'm drinking a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite by smoking some 3-Chi herbal products, by watching some horse races. We don't have any Crownsway racehorses in any races today, but we'll watch some racehorses anyway. I think a couple of hand sanitizer companies sponsor us, those two. Homeside Financial, if you're looking.
I thought that was lotion at first.
No, just a hand sanitizer.
Oh, hey, it's not that kind of show, all right? We get racy, but maybe not that far, you know?
You can't get racy anymore, right?
So I don't think you want to jerk off with any product that has alcohol in it. I don't think you want to do that.
I think I'd rather jerk off with sandpaper than rubbing alcohol.
It seems like it would be very bad.
You mentioned the horse racing thing. What do you think? So three guys like us, should we get in with you, or should we get a horse that competes against you?
Either or. I like competition. We'll be worst enemies at the snap of a finger if there's a horse involved.
I love it. We're going to buy.
We'll
buy Pile My 2, Treasy. Pile My 2 is going to be our horse.
Yeah, what's the insurance like on these things?
We'll get the insurance money if we don't win. We'll get the
I
insurance
have no
money.
idea. We just me and Chief just bought into a stable because we hadn't spent a cent because we can't go to bars. It's crazy what you can do when you don't go to bars.
Oh, for sure.
So we're like, fuck it. So we bought into a stable, Crownsway Racing. They're awesome. I think Big Cat's getting involved too because he wants in. So we have 3 horses that are running right now. Tetsu, Melisani, and our crown princess. Don't want to gender neutral, all that shit. Might want to cancel that one. Might want to just start over from there.
I'll cut that where I don't edit ever.
Judy's Way is our crown princess. She's an awesome horse. We were going to have her in a stakes race on the 4th of July, actually, but she has a little cough, so she's got to wait to the next one. But it's really fun. Just sit there and gamble all day.
Dude, you guys have been guys have been killing it like all like self-isolation time. You guys have been working. You can still completing off your shows, still putting new shit out there. Like it's been impressive. I mean, we do this thing. We got our thing here. You know, this little three thing.
You guys too.
But you got every day. You got something new.
There's no excuse for us not to, because we can do our jobs at the click of a finger on a computer. You know, it's not like I'm going out doing extra manual labor. So, and I mean, and Portnoy's always said it. Like, and obviously he's the leader of our whole insane world, and like people come to us for a place to laugh. Hopefully they get it, and that's why, like, hey, you guys, people are gonna need you more than ever, so like go and do extra work. So that's how we've been looking at it.
Well,
that's awesome.
Not go on unnoticed.
Yeah, credit where credit's due, Dave. You guys, we've done drafts for a long time on our podcast. You guys started doing drafts, and I fucking love them. I can't get enough of them because you guys go in at each other, and if there's a bad pick, everyone's getting on the person, and then they're fucking with guys like, oh, Eddie watched Miracle the night before, so he can't fucking pick that movie, and like, there's a lot of shit.
No. He didn't watch it the night before. I got into the office at like 9:30 a.m., and he was finishing the movie as we were walking into the office.
You know what? He screwed up.
He didn't even have time to digest whether or not he liked it.
Dave, my opinion, when I saw that, when I was listening and all that stuff, The real alpha move would have been for Eddie to say, yeah, I did just watch it. And you know what? That movie fucking sucked. I'm not picking it. You go ahead, Chief. That movie stinks. Now,
I'll
that's
tell
the way
this,
to alpha that shit.
I'll tell this to them till the day I die, on radio, on Sirius, anything, that if I have a take that I know is bad and people don't like, I love putting them out there because I just feed on the anti-energy. Like, those guys are terrified to get internet bullied. I'm not. I'll say dumb shit.
Yeah, I saw you say you wanted to go to a Maroon 5 show not too long ago.
And I stand by that take. Maroon 5. If you say albums about Jane is not one of the best albums of like the last 20 years, you're crazy. You're crazy.
I knew it. I knew it was going to come to this.
And you know what? The more people say I should like something or should hate something, it makes me either like it or hate it more. Like Tim Tebow, right. I think he's Satan. He's Satan reincarnated. Because people's like, oh, he's a winner. He's a winner. Hey, you motherfuckers. He never won fucking anything in the NFL. Same with Tom Brady. I'll get to him later, though, if we have time.
I'm just bummed Tebow didn't make the 60. I thought the Mets were going to trot him out for at least.
If
that
he
would have been hilarious.
I love the Mets because their fans are identical twins to White Sox fans. And so I kind of like the Mets. I don't care like if they win or lose, but I like the Mets. And I would have had to just completely abandon that allegiance in spite of the people I like out in eastern half of New York City. It would have been brutal. I would have gone no holds barred. I would have been fuck Tim Tebow this, fuck Tim Tebow. I would have probably burned bridges just because of that motherfucker. I hate that guy.
Sounds like my feelings on Pete Carroll. Very similar, almost the same kind of reasons. Oh, he's horrible.
He's a 9/11 truther.
He is.
He is a 9/11 truther. He's a good coach, though. He's a good coach. Fuck you, my Sox summer. He's a good coach.
Well, I mean, Reggie Bush was a cheater, so I don't know. Like, he's with another cheater.
I'll never here's my thing with Tom Brady. So when they beat the Chiefs 2 years ago, he threw an interception, a pick six that would have sealed the deal for the Chiefs. D Ford's lined up offsides. That's one game he blew, but people don't remember it. He's a winner. Number two, all Pete Carroll had to do was give the ball to the best running back in football that year on the goal line, and Tom Brady bailed out again. Number three, the tuck rule. There's 3 of his 5 Super Bowls right there. Tuck rule. A whole NFL rule had to change. Fuck Tom. And his passer rating in the playoffs in his career is 89. 89. You know how mediocre and average this is? The Patriots are winning Super Bowls in spite of him. It's because of him. Not because of him. Get Tom Brady the fuck out of my face.
Well, I kind of agree with you because I think he's tangled with Belichick. And Belichick's the GOAT.
The best coach of all time.
Yeah, and he rides the Belichick thing. Like, Belichick could have done this shit with any, average kind of guy who's an accurate passer. You didn't need a special guy as the quarterback. I agree with you.
But now instead the league hands him Cam Newton.
I saw a tweet. This was 2 or 3 days ago, and I couldn't have liked it faster. It was how to build a perfect quarterback. So it's Brett Favre's durability, Cam Newton's frame, Mike Vick's speed, Aaron Rodgers' arm strength, Pat Mahomes' accuracy, and then Tom Brady's coaching staff. I was like, yep, that's nailed it in every single way. Every single way. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into
this is
3
great.
things Dave's hates podcast.
I was really hoping for it to be Pat Mahomes catch up. That's all I was really hoping for. That's fine.
I like Pat Mahomes. And I like his girlfriend because everybody hates his girlfriend.
So this is 3 things. That was the first thing. Second thing is you bring a question to the group. What you got for us, Dave?
All right, so we're living in unprecedented times, I would say. I was going to ask you guys, who do you think will be canceled first, me or the 4 of you? 4 of yous. This is Bridgeport.
That's right.
I can tell you're high because there's 3 of us.
There's 3 of us.
Well, there's 4 screens up there. One of them was me.
So are you with us getting canceled?
Yeah.
From this show tonight?
The answer is yes. Just yes.
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
If I had to pick one of the 4 of us to get canceled first, I mean, to me, it's got to be My Sock Summer. My sex number's always like teetering on the borderline of getting canceled with the porn talk and everything. Like he's always so close, but he's very clever. So like he manages to stay out of the way. I could see it happening to Treasy too, because Treasy could just go off one day on one topic that people maybe misinterpret a little bit. And Treasy, you sort of like hold the line on whatever it is you believe in at all times. So if it's something even in a gray area, you'll be fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of when like public opinion sways on something. If I'm on the wrong side of it, it's going to be a disaster, because it's not even going to be, because the way it's going to happen is like on like some random Tuesday when we're doing a video, I'm going to go off on like some crazy tangent that is fine in 2020. And in 2022, that will be the worst thing you could have ever said. And someone will dig up the video that has 7 views and be like, this fucking guy.
So we had Patrick Renner, who played the great Hambino.
Yeah.
He was a little teaser from Sandlot. Yeah.
I've met him, Dave, at the bar I used to bounce at in Huntington Beach, California. And I saw him when he walked into the bar, and I was like, that dude looks really familiar. And then I just keep looking at him, and I'm like, oh, that's the fat kid from fucking The Sandlot. And then, like, as a fat kid saying this, and he was much skinnier and in better shape at that point. But I was like, God damn, like, it was weird. It was weird to see somebody that I actually, kind of knew of,
Right, so. Yeah. He's done a few interviews with us. Like, all the guys out in New York who have met him swear by him, say he's an awesome dude. But we interview him. It drops tomorrow morning. And we asked him, like, hey, what is because it's 4th of July. It's kind of 4th of July movie-ish. But we asked him, like, what line do you hear the most when people, like, see you at a bar? And he's like, well, obviously, number 1 is, you're killing me, Smalls. And then number 2, he's like, number 2, I can't say anymore. I'll get canceled. And we're thinking about it. Like, did they drop, like, a bad word?
Something sketchy.
And he's like, no, you play ball like a girl.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Because the movie's from 93, it came out. So he's like, I can't say it anymore. I'm like, well, it's on record, and a lot of us grew up watching that movie.
It came out in 93, but the movie was actually supposed to be like in the 50s and shit, right?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah exactly.
Because, like,
you got another 40 years then.
Squints wouldn't even be out of the house if it was like 93 when the movie was actually going on, because he had access to like DVD porn and shit. Like, he get off on Winnie Puffercorn because he could just like, he's like,
he would have been like Quagmire.
I can watch girls.
All right, another. So this is like when we first started Sirius. A kid called in. We were talking about The Sandlot back in like February, and he's like, I worked as a busboy at some restaurant outside Boston. And Smalls was he was like a server there, and he said he had an awful drug problem. Cannot confirm that, but he's the one that is like falling off the face, because he did a lot of movies after that. Like, he was in Black Hawk Down and everything, and then he fell off the face, and they're like, we don't talk to him. Like, they do the reunion and shit. I guess it's like kind of bad. So hopefully he gets better.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
God, way to bring the show down.
I want to bring it back by saying I thought
just take a hit of little 3 cheese.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, do that. Fire that up.
I thought if it was 93, then Squints would have been. He's squinting because he's watching the Spice Channel through the lines. That's why
yeah, exactly. That's OG move right there.
He probably doesn't even know about that shit when they would have scrambled porn and shit. Yeah, like
I didn't have scrambled porn, but we had like the late night softcore porn. They would show tits on HBO porn.
Or like Showtime. It was like
I grew up with like the downloading porn.
Movies, right?
You would start it on dial-up internet in the morning before you went to school. It would take all day to download on Kazaa or LimeWire or whatever. You'd get there, you'd watch it, and then you'd hide it as a file that said like 2003 White Sox stats. And like way back in your computer where you and only you know it is. And then your computer's fucked up a month later. I've just heard these things happen. I don't know from firsthand experience or anything. Allegedly. Yeah.
I was grown when I was like creating my online database of pornography. So I didn't have that problem, but I definitely would have had a folder that said, this is totally not porn, Mom.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Put it all right in there so that they would go right towards it.
And I honestly probably wouldn't have left the house in my early 20s if it had not crashed all my computers. So like, oh, this thing's done. I got to go outside now.
Kids these days don't realize how easy they got it.
Right.
That's true.
But Dave, also, they're a little bit more distracted because when I went to school, turtlenecks and like fucking sweatshirts like were a big thing. Now chicks wear like yoga pants and stuff. Like I didn't even know girls had curves until like, later on, like junior, senior year. And then I was like, dude, I was popping wood in like some of these classes, like looking at a girl in big ass baggy bugle boys. And like now, like kids are looking at like yoga pants. I mean, that's insane. That's insane.
I don't know
see
how
that,
to
Dave?
do it.
He inches towards cancellation.
Yeah, he didn't quite get canceled.
You thought he was going to go close.
I thought he was getting there. I thought he was going to step over that line.
He mentioned bugle boys and throws you off.
I think, and to answer your question, Dave, out of the four of us, who has the most possibility to get canceled? It's you and I, because we're white. And I think it's a lot easier for the white man to get canceled than it is the Hispanic man, because they get a little bit more of a grace period on shit that they can say. As a white guy, I can't ever have said something I think that would be really, really bad. Like I don't get, like I see some of this stuff out there, and I see like when Stern, one of your coworkers, Howard Stern, bringing up shit that he did 30 years ago, and it's like, well, wait a second, like, he's changed. He's not the same person. He gets ridiculed by another one of your guys' coworkers for not being the same show he was, 30 years ago. Well, he's grown and he's better, but they want to go back and cancel him for what he did before, but now he's not that same person. So it's
exactly, yeah. I mean, I said shit in high school that was like, you said it, and like if you a cool teacher would hear you say that, like he'd be like, hey, like shut up, keep that down, like. And I'm embarrassed that I used to be that way, and we all have, and I won't get too specific, but people do grow. They do grow. Right. And you say shit that you regret years later, even if people don't bring it up.
Yeah, everyone said some shit they'd be embarrassed to say in front of their mama or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone has that.
What's funny is Beef Loaf's the only one that's been called racist online. So
yes.
Yeah, you got called racist against Mexicans, right?
It was
against Cubans.
Against other Hispanics. Yeah, it was for all the lubob stuff. I was called.
Oh,
racist.
Right, that's what it was. Yeah.
Then I reminded the person that I'm also Hispanic. So, and this is not I don't want to go down that path of that whole thing. Like Tracy and I have explained it to like a few people, and they're like, "Oh, okay." But I don't need to tell every white person how not big of a deal that all that is. But it's just not necessary.
Well,
that's how I'll get canceled.
Exactly, because you're racist.
That or defending my neighborhood of Bridgeport, which I live in, because Bridgeport has a very sketchy past, and probably has a fair amount of people who live there now that maybe not the PC type, but it's a different neighborhood than it was when Treasy and I were growing up, and it's a different neighborhood than it was even 10, 15 years ago. And I like living here. And yes, it does have warts like other places. So I think if I were going to get canceled, it would probably be defending Bridgeport. There was a tweet about some stuff in Bridgeport when all the protests and stuff were going on. And so I reached out to the journalist. I said, hey, I live in Bridgeport and I would like to help, make change. So I offered to donate money to whatever charity the journalist wanted. And I'm not going to name the journalist because I don't want to get into a fight or anything. And the person just never responded back to me. And so I realized, okay, well, it was more about like getting your message out and less about like, hey, let me put some money down and do this. So you gotta pick the right people to line up with who want to do it.
What'd you say his name was?
I'm not saying. I will not say. Not fair because he may have just been too busy to see my tweet or whatever. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Not to change the subject, but Dave, I love that you have the like 2 gallons of water there as you train for the marathon. That's not happening this year.
It's actually a Prairie Farms 2% reduced fat milk jug that I just washed out and filled with water now from the tap.
Attaboy.
Listen, Dave.
I thought you were going to say it's Everclear.
Efficiency.
Yes.
And I got 1 spittoon and 2 spittoons. I don't know why. Two's better than one, I guess.
Listen, because you like to party and dip tobacco. So, who do you think is going to get canceled first, Dave? You can answer your own question.
That's a good question.
Did you just call your own question a good question?
I did, yeah. It was a good question. That is a good
question. It's very thought-provoking.
It's you brought up a great point. Since you are the only white person out of the 4 of you, 3 of you need to put my own face off. I mean, that's an easy one, but you're also easy because, like, I thought you were about to get canceled right there. Jake's the My Sox Summer's the one who, like, will always, like, toe the line but won't go fully overboard. Like, no, I got my eyes peeled for that kind of stuff. So it's going to be you.
I think what will save me though is my stupidity. As Sal points out all the time, I am stupid. I am fat, so I definitely think that will save me when it comes to the
and you're
game.
Drunk. That's no way to go through life.
Well,
that's
yes, definitely been drinking a lot of Goose Island. Yep. So hey, I got 2 questions, so I'm gonna go with the first one, and I think this is a big question. I think this is the right group to talk about. I want to know, as an individual, each one of you can name choose your side. Are you pro or anti cargo shorts? And give me a reason why.
Right now, I don't own any, but I would not. I mean, I can't believe this has never been brought up before, but the picture of me with the Keystone Light and the sausage where my eyes are cross-eyed.
Yes.
Because I'm so fucked up. That was at the Mifflin Street block party, and clearly I'm wearing cargo shorts in it. I wore those shorts until, like, the crotch wore out. And, to this day, I have never one time been called out for wearing cargo shorts. I'll wear cargo shorts. I wouldn't wear it. They're like a utilitarian. Is that the right word? Utilitarian. I don't know. Utilitarian
works for me.
And, like, if I'm, like, around the house, fuck yeah, I'll wear them.
Okay. See, I like wearing them to the game, especially like wearing them to a game.
To a baseball game, I would like to wear them.
Yeah, like I could throw my pack of like Camels or Marlboros in there with my lighter.
More smoking? What? I thought you were off the smoking.
No. When I was smoking.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And so I'm 100. And as a father, when we go out to go do some business, and if I got both the girls with me, I can stick like 2 packs of fruit gummies in there. Hopefully theirs, not mine. And a granola bar or 2. You can put like stuff in the side pockets on the other side to kind of counterbalance stuff. You can fit a lot in cargo shorts. So obviously I'm pro cargo short. So that's
But here's the thing. If you're a dad, you're immune to getting made fun of for wearing cargo shorts.
Pretty much. You tried to roast me that one time.
No, I didn't try to roast you. I just knew other people would. That's what I knew I was doing.
You're just like the
it was such a perfect picture. He had a smoke in one hand, a beer in the other, and then the cargo shorts.
That was camel cargo,
God, he's
too.
Gonna get
and a backpack on.
Yeah.
And a backpack
cargo.
So, like, I'm anti cargo short, and I think I have a pair or 2. I just don't wear them because, like, I don't have that much shit. Like, I don't leave the house with much at all. Like, I want to be able to not lose anything. That's like my main goal when I leave the house. So it's like, only take 3 things with you because you're going to lose whatever the 4th thing is, which is usually sunglasses. So, like,
yes.
if I'm going out drinking and I know there's going to be a female present, so I don't know, once every 8 or 9 times I go out, I'll make sure I give her my sunglasses and if I have headphones, and I'll make her put them in her purse, and I'll be like, I'll get them later. Every single time, because that 4th thing is always gone.
I was gonna say, and that's the only thing you can come back with, right? Because you lose your phone, your debit
and
card,
here's the thing.
everything else.
This girl I grew up with, I was with her last weekend. Still don't have my headphones back. I gave 2 St. Patrick's Days ago. I was out with another girl, and I gave her a pair of Ray-Bans. Haven't seen them since. 2 same patches. And I bought those when I was living out in Arizona for like $350 from Nordstrom's.
Oh my God!
I haven't seen them since. I only had
My
them for
sock
like,
summer bought them at a thrift store 2 weeks ago.
We'll sell them back to you on eBay.
Dave knows all about my
yeah.
buyings at the thrift
North
stores.
Central.
Every time I see a North Central jersey, I send him a picture and I go, "Was this your jersey, Dave? I need to buy it."
I gotta say, okay,
3, I think I was.
For the cargo shorts,
and then 43.
During the shelter in place, I don't need cargo shorts. Okay, I got my running shorts on, I got my house pants, or I got my board shorts if I'm going to get in the hot tub. Those are the only kind of things I need. You don't need a cargo short if you're not going to go and do a bunch of stuff like you're talking about, My Sock Summer.
Right.
At a ball game, I do like them, even though I pack light as well. I'm with Teresa.
You're
I don't
light
want
packer.
more than, I don't want more. I mean, you see me when I walk out of the house. We're going. I got my cell phone, my wallet, and money, and I got a beer in my hand. I have absolutely fucking nothing else. And I like it that way because I like to keep that shit low maintenance. But the cargo shorts are helpful because I'm fat, and it's hard to get into the phone when you want to get a tweet out. I'm like, oh, man, I got this great tweet, and it's the 4th inning, and I'm like, I can't get into my pocket. So the lower pocket in the cargo is the better spot for the phone. You can get it. I wish that I had a pocket like right here at a Sox game so my phone could fit right here and I just pull it out. Because there's too much girth down here.
Why don't you
in the middle of beer drinking season?
You should
put it in your bra. Put it in your bra.
Bro,
I need a bigger size, Trees. You know, it's too tight right now. You
I
know?
know. You're getting busty. I mean, we all are.
Gotta respect that.
Dude,
you know?
I've gotten fucking fat.
you don't look
Everyone.
bad.
Everyone.
Oh,
man.
I've gotten fat.
Everyone's
I
putting
put on
their
15
shelter.
pounds since we were full time for Barcelona. I put on about 20, 25 pounds. We had that picture. It was early in the year, 2 years ago. We were at the back, the grassy area of Lot B, and I was like, "Holy shit, I was skinny." In that picture, and now not anymore.
Dave, I don't want to tell you this, but once you start breaking 40, like every year you look at yourself and you're like, man, 2 years ago I looked a lot skinnier. And then you can think and remember back 2 years ago and you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm fat. So then you're like, I'm even fatter than when I thought I was fat. And then it just keeps going. It's like a boulder like running down a hill. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
My Sock Summer. I was thinking about it the other day. I was going out for a walk and I was thinking, man, I'm still so fat. I'm like, I want to get back down to like a reasonable weight, like 220 or something. I'm like, fuck it. Maybe I should just go up to 300, man. Let's just shoot for that goal.
I was just thinking,
break through that glass ceiling and become a 300-pound man. I don't know. I don't even.
I was
know
just imagining you're like, I was out for a walk to Maxwell Street Depot, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm so fat. And then I got there and I ordered 4 pork chop sandwiches, and I thought, you know what, this is too much. So I only had 3.5 of them. That's the story that happened in my head when you started. I don't know what you actually said.
So I'll get McDonald's breakfast a lot in the mornings, and they have
I'll
the
do it,
calorie.
man.
Well, I get the regular egg McMuffin, so it's just a slice of ham, egg, cheese, and then an English muffin.
Yep.
And then usually I would get the number 2, and I'd get an extra large black coffee, a hash brown, and a sandwich. I would usually get an extra hash brown because those hash browns are phenomenal. They're awesome.
Oh, they're good.
But lately I've been going 2 sandwiches and 1 hash brown. Extra 160 calories right there. Disgusting.
Beautiful.
Hundreds.
And then I'm like hungry 10 minutes later. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And you drink a shitload of coffee too, right?
A fuck ton of it, yeah.
And you're drinking coffee, you're dipping.
Drink a black coffee.
Still eating like a crazy person.
It doesn't make sense. And especially now that I got the 3-Chi THC8, I'm even hungrier.
All right. You might have to hook up your good friends at the 108 with one of those before we all get canceled. And then maybe we'll talk.
I will do that.
Thank you very much for not only coming on our show, but being a good confidant within the White Sox Twitter, for being a good leader of White Sox Twitter, helping out other blogs, helping out, everything, helping grandmas cross the street, helping young girls lose their inhibitions, all sorts of great things. So you do a fabulous job.
He's right there.
Love it.
He just did it again.
He can help himself.
No, we definitely love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate most everybody with your crew, especially Eddie, not so much Carl and Chief. But we definitely look up to you guys, and you've been nothing but supportive of us since the beginning. And it's great that we finally got you on. And yeah, thank you very much for being our friend. And
thank you guys for having me. It was a blast as always, and you guys kill it as well. Like I said, like you guys built this from scratch, which is awesome. And it's gotten huge. I can't wait to see you guys again.
Dave, thanks for being on the last episode of Three Things. If you get canceled, we'll text you because we're not going to be allowed on social media.
We're going to have to pull the Walter White and go to the vacuum repairman.
Dave, thanks a lot.
All right.
We'll
talk. Thank you very much, Dave.
Peace out, Dave. Take care.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.